Hi, my name is David. I'm 53 years old, and I was diagnosed with a disease called FTD, which is frontotemporal degeneration. And basically, it's a form of dementia, and it basically means my frontal lobe is shrinking. And it's not a great disease. In fact, the life expectancy isn't great for it. There's no cure right now, and there's really no treatment. I think a lot of people, when they hear the word dementia, they think of like their elderly grandmother that's kind of in a long-term care facility and kind of sitting in a recliner. I'm not deaf, and I'm not stupid, but I have this disease, and it's really impacted my life in many ways. Having a mild cognitive impairment is a lot like, sometimes it looks the same as you know, someone that's had a few drinks, or somebody that's maybe hungover, you know, just not as sharp and you know, able to follow 3 or 4 directions at the same time. I really cope by trying to recognize those triggers and kind of avoid them. So I'm not a big fan of big crowds anymore. So sort of avoid the shopping mall when it's really busy, avoid places that are really loud. Sometimes I find it hard if we're with a big group of people and there's several conversations going on at the same time. I sort of kind of totally tune out. Help me.
You walk away.
I walk away. Yeah, I just walk away. Well, one of the nice things is I've lost my filter, so I kind of can tell people what I'm really thinking, and sometimes it can get you in trouble depending on what kind of social situation you're in. You know, some people take that as sort of a lack of empathy or lack of understanding, but you know, it can be probably confused for kind of antisocial behavior, which I'm sure police officers deal with all the time as a big part of their job, and you know, recognizing that as a disease as opposed to, you know, just somebody being irritated is probably a challenge. Sometimes I'll just speak out random words. I'll use the wrong word, usually connected, so I'll say apple when I should be saying orange, or I'll say fridge when I should be saying microwave. My brain's trying to grab a word quickly, and sometimes I just keep going with the sentence with the wrong word. And you know, usually my wife is good and she just lets it go, but if you weren't used to that, you would look at me and think, you know, something's off with this person. They're not coherent. If I had to talk to a police officer, it would probably be best if I was in a comfortable setting, you know, without bright lights and being in an uncomfortable chair. I'd probably be more forthcoming and more relaxed and more able to communicate, as opposed to feeling anxious and agitated, where I would probably shut down and not be able to have that discussion. I think the best way to communicate with someone that has dementia is just to be kind, to be patient, you know, if the person is agitated, to try to remove them to a safe place. So, you know, if the person is agitated in their surrounding that they're in, sort of move them to a quieter place. But I think just being patient and kind. It's really tricky because not everyone has the same reactions, and I've noticed that from meeting other people that have various types of dementia including Alzheimer's. You know, some people get agitated very easily. Some people can't, if they hear a command, so if a police officer gives them a command like walk over there and sit down on the sidewalk and take your wallet out, they might start walking and keep walking, right? Because they can't process 3 commands at the same time, and it confuses them. So it's I think education of you know, emergency responders, police officers, firefighters is essential to recognize that you know, there's a lot of people out there that are struggling with this, and it's not all memory loss. It's not all old people with Alzheimer's that, you know, you wouldn't have a conversation with because, you know, they're not going to respond at all. So my diagnosis is not, my prognosis is not spectacular. You know, one of the humbling things is being told in your late 40s that you have to get your affairs in order, you know, financial matters, your will, because the form of dementia I have is pretty well fatal, and there's no cure currently. So it's you know, it's a bit like the death sentence.
Howie, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself one more time, and if you need any assistance, your wife is there, and she's going to give you some help. Okay? So if you could just introduce yourself and tell me your age.
What's your name?
I don't know.
Don't fool. What's your name?
Harold Henry Coffey. That's my name.
Yes. And how old are you? 70?
73,
No, you wish. 79.
79?
Yes.
Oh, I gotta go home.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, she's telling the truth. There's 79.
What did you do for a living?
Quite a few things.
What were they? When we met, what were you doing?
I don't know. Army. Well, yeah, of course. I joined the Army.
Yes.
Yes.
So-
And I enjoyed it. I stayed with them.
You were in the Army for a couple of years, and then we moved north.
Yeah.
How long have you had Alzheimer's or dementia?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Maybe a couple years?
Could be, yeah. Easy.
It's been about 2 years, and I was out with some friends, and we got together and played cards about once a week. And I came home from playing cards, and I sat beside him, and we were talking. And he said, she should be home soon. And I said, oh, I thought maybe somebody had been there to visit and was coming back. And he said, yeah, she should be home soon. I said, who is it? And he said, I'm not sure. She went to play cards. And I said, oh, is her name Donna? And he said, yes. And I said, and who am I? Do you know who I am? And he said, I don't know who you are, but you're important to me. And I knew I was in for trouble. And it's been so hard. We've been married 54 years. And I thought he had a cancer scare. We got past that, and I thought we'd have some good years together in retirement. And he's here physically. But the man that I married, there's only glimpses of him once in a while. This dementia is just horrible. It robs you of everything. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, hon.
I try to talk to Howie about how he feels inside about it, but I don't think he can find the words to express it anymore. When you think about the dementia and how it's affecting you, what is your greatest fear of
Losing
having?
out on it. No,
Is what?
losing
Losing what?
the graph. Like if I try to remember what dementia.
Mm-hmm.
I try to remember that, but I don't. I can't.
Mm-hmm. I know. My greatest fear is that he'll look at me and not know who I am.
Oh, don't say things like that. We've been together too long.
Well, my mom didn't remember. So my greatest fear is that he'll have to go into a nursing home and I'll go visit him and he won't know who I am.
No, don't say things like that.
I hope that doesn't happen. I feel like I'm living with a 2-year-old that's not going to get better. It's a constant struggle to help him keep his independence, but keep him safe. You're walking on a tightrope all the time. If you were out walking, this is my fear for you. If you were out walking and you didn't remember where you were, if a police officer came up to you, what would you want him to say to you to find out what your problem is?
I would ask him quite clearly, I think I'm lost and I need somebody to help me find my way back. Or
What if it wasn't a police officer? What if it was just somebody on the street and they thought maybe you were drunk or you were on dope? How would you feel about
well, they
that?
won't find that out.
No, but you would want them to be gentle?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah.
how would you want somebody to talk to you
Politely and
and ask you
the simple questions that they would require.
who your name is?
Yeah.
Would you remember?
Yes.
Okay. Would you want them to ask you where you live?
Yes, I could do that too.
Would you remember?
Yes.
Do you know where you live?
Yes.
Where?
Oshawa.
Do you know the address?
Not the address. No, I don't remember that.
Do you have any ID on you?
No, I haven't. I've left it on the table.
Okay, so how would they get you home?
Well, they'd have to come right to the door and knock on the door and say, we'd like to speak to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'd invite them in the house.
But if you didn't know where you lived, how would they find that out?
I know enough people on the street there that they would help me.
Okay.
What gives you hope? What keeps you moving?
Hope that he'll last as long as I do. There is no hope. There is no hope. We just make every day count. That's all you can do. If today is a good day for him, then it's a real good day for me. If he's forgetful and doesn't remember things, that's okay too. I mean, you live with what you've got, right? He's still my husband. No matter, even if he forgets who I am, he'll still be my husband. take care of him as long as I can. And I am committed to keeping him with me as long as I can keep him safe. If I feel that I can't keep him safe anymore, then I'll do whatever I have to do. If that means he has to go into a senior residence, then as much as I don't want that to happen, then that's what I have to do as long as he's safe. I don't want to be one of those statistics that he's found in a snowbank. How do you feel most days?
Pretty good now.
You feel happy or sad?
A lot better, yeah. A lot better.
Happy or sad?
Happier.
Good. Good. That's the main thing. He feels happy.
Oh, I'll do that anytime.
Yeah.